Field position hurt us there in that third quarter, and we kind of fell behind from there.
Yeah, I think the turning point, probably honestly the proudest I am of our Troy football team was when we made a huge error in the pick six, and then we come right back and battle, put another quarterback in the game, and hit a huge explosive pass to pull that thing back to 3. That was such. I'm so proud of our guys to pull back. And then we know what happens when you play Big Ten football teams like Iowa. They laid on us and pounded us and finished the drive and got it back to 10, and we just could not recover after that point. We wore down and they beat us up a little bit as it went. But our guys fought their tails off, and I couldn't be more proud of the players up and down our locker room that filled in as backup players and had to start or play after injury. And I think our people should be very proud of what Troy put out on that field today.
And that was another thing we talked about. It's just this maturation process week to week. And a lot of times, a lot of new bodies playing for the first time, a lot of young kids playing for the first time. Now a lot of them, backups, are being forced in, to your point, because of injuries. Positive out of all of the takeaway, you're building depth 2-3 deep down the line in a lot of positions.
Yeah, I mean, you look at it. We've used 3 centers this year already by game 3. We've used 3 quarterbacks already by game 3. The list goes on and on. So to put ourselves in a position where Tyler Cappy goes out into a Big Ten football game and plays center for the Trojans, and we don't have one snap infraction, and the one that was called we'll talk about off camera. But I'm proud of the things that are happening for our football team. The key is, though, as with anything, our world revolves around results and winning, and we know that, and I'm very aware of it. But we found our football team for 3 quarters today, and now we got to get this football team patched back up, fly home, and hopefully have a packed vet crowd that comes out and supports us, and we can get ourselves healed up and play a very good FAMU football team.
Let's talk individually. What a day Devontae Ross had. 2 long touchdown passes, also the big punt return there to give us the lead late in the first half. Talk about his performance.
Well, we had a huge game plan with him in it. We found some things on tape to hopefully get him where he needs to be because he's a great player. And the punt return was just icing on the cake. I thought he played exceptional and prepared for the week the same way. And certainly a great job by our staff to also put us in positions to get some guys running free.
Defensively, you talked about just late there in that second half, really those big guys, the offensive line for Iowa, really leaning on us. But let's get before that part there, late in the fourth quarter, about you were really challenging the defense, especially the staff every day in practices. When we get one helmet to the ball, we got to have multiple ones and get the ball carried to the ground. It seemed to be some improvement in that across the board today as well.
We took steps, not as much as we would want. But when you play, that's one of the best backs in the country.
Yep.
I mean, there is no doubt about it, and we saw it today. But we did take steps. I believe that with all my heart. Now we got to keep on making them so we don't fall off late. But there were steps made in how sound we were in our investment and our plan by our players, but also our staff, and we'll continue to challenge to do that.
Now we turn the page. Finally, a home game, back at the vet, found you coming, another team you definitely – offensive power, definitely can't overlook them next week inside the vet.
Not at all. They're on a winning streak, I believe, of 13 or 14 games, if I last checked. So it'll be a huge challenge for us. There's no easy weeks on our schedule, and we know that, but it sure is going to be nice to get back around our people and get in our stadium and get some taste out of our mouth.
Great. Thanks a lot for